he told me who he was, I asked why he was calling, and he said that there was an ongoing investigation. He was the main detective on the case, and he wanted to ask me a couple questions about it. So I go, okay, what is the investigation about? Then he tells me a name I never thought I would hear again and asked if I knew them, and I did. Who was this name that they asked about? My bully whose house burned down. So I'm still trying to connect all the dots here because the video I made a couple days ago just completely left my brain. Like I said, it was just a funny 5-second video and I didn't think anything more of it. So I was like, I haven't seen this kid in forever. Why am I getting a call from a detective? But I tell the detective, yeah, I kind of do remember him. And they say to me, kinda? It doesn't seem like you just kinda know him. I would say you really know him. So I was like, sure, I guess I know him pretty well, but it's been a long time since I've seen him. He then goes, yeah, that's what I thought. What's up with this guy's mysterious act all of a sudden? Like, I have no idea what's going on, so I'm just waiting for him to get to the point. Before this happened, I had never talked to a detective in real life, so I wasn't sure how the interaction was actually supposed to go. But I was kind of getting the vibe that this guy just saw one too many episodes of Criminal Minds and was like, hey, I'm gonna be a detective. I was genuinely thinking this, and you may say that's stupid, but hey, that's how I chose my career when I was younger. All I had to do was watch Breaking Bad once, and after I finished the whole series, I was like, yeah, that's it. I want to be a chemistry teacher. You thought I was gonna say the other job in the show, huh? Nah, that's not what I wanted to do. But regardless of how good or bad I thought this detective was at his job, I still knew there was no good reason for me to be getting a call from him. So I had to be on my best behavior. Instead of cooking him for trying to talk like a villainous cartoon character, I just asked him why he was calling me about this guy that I hadn't seen in years. And then he told me that he was a detective on the case involved with my bully's house burning down. And when he said this, I was thinking, oh yeah, now I get it. What a coincidence. I just made a video about this. But then I was like, wait, why would there need to be a detective on this case? My guy was probably just trying to make a flamethrower using his fart spray and a lighter and accidentally caught the whole house on fire. Yes, I am 22 years old and find farts very funny. What's wrong with me? But when I asked why there was a detective on this case, he told me it was believed that the fire didn't just start from natural causes. No, they had a reason to believe it started from arson, meaning someone purposely burned his house down. This didn't really surprise me though, because this guy made a lot of villains. You know how bad he treated me, just imagine how bad he treated other people. But when the detective said this, I knew exactly why I was getting a phone call now, and I wasn't laughing anymore. Because this was the moment where I remembered I made a video about this situation a couple days ago. And I showed all you guys the video of me reacting to his house burning down. And let me ask you this question. Did that look like the reaction of someone who was sad about their bully's house burning down? You know what? Here, watch it again and tell me if I look guilty. Dog, I'm going to jail! When I watched the video back for the first time after the detective told me what was happening, that was my first thought. Because does that video look like someone who was innocent to you? It sure doesn't to me. And I was the one who made it. Rewatching that video after I learned what happened even almost made me be like, wait, did I burn his house down? I had motive because he bullied me, and I clearly did not have remorse because I was bobbing my head like this when I reacted to it. So I did not think my odds were looking good, because I've seen all the TV shows just like this detective has. If they even have the slightest piece of evidence on you, they're gonna say you're guilty. It don't matter if you actually did it or not. The only thing that matters is what the jury thinks. Because imagine I'm in court and the judge is like, all right, detective, what evidence do you have that Tyler is guilty? Oh, there's a video you want me to see? Okay. Mr. Matelli, is this you? Allegedly? Guilty. I don't need to see any more evidence. Lock this guy up. No, Judge, wait, can I at least say goodbye to my mom first? No, absolutely not. But you can say hello to your new neighbor, Diddy. No, please. That is exactly what I thought was gonna happen with this video being used as evidence. But I knew I wasn't guilty, so I told the detective that if a fire started because of arson, I had nothing to do with it. Then he asked me about the video, and he wanted me to explain why I made it. And based off this guy's voice, I could guess he was probably over the age of 50. And I don't know if you've ever tried explaining a TikTok video to an elderly person, but it's impossible. They simply cannot understand what is going on. Like, have you seen those videos of old people getting tricked by AI?
Fantastic wood carving. This lady deserves our recognition. What an art. It's a gift from God. God bless you, and thank you for sharing of your talent. Thanks be to God. Love you.
Like, you could show your grandma a video of a bunch of cats doing the salsa together, and she would believe it. And no, that is not an exaggeration. I've seen it happen. So I knew my chances of getting him to understand the reasoning behind me making that video were practically zero. But anyways, I still tried to explain it, and after I did so, he didn't ask any more questions about the situation. The only thing he said after this was asking what city I was currently in. So I told him the city, which was the same one I lived in my whole life leading up to that point, and was also the one where the bully lives. Well, lived, I guess. Sorry, not funny. Detective, I'm innocent. But he just asked me to stay close to the area for the next couple of days in case they needed to talk to me in person.